Good evening, Priya.
Good evening, Shelley.
How are you?
Fine. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening. Suchitra here.
Very good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. Just doing the setting a little.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
Dr. Shelley will start at 4.
What is Priya?
We will start exactly at 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think you are an expert in your field but don't have time to pursue a full-time doctorate or PhD? Showcase your expertise on papers. Welcome to IIU. IIU is one of the fastest growing universities in the world, building a better and brighter future for people all around the world. We have spread across 195 countries, 6 regions, and over 195 virtual admission centers around the world. IIU is united in our commitment to provide better education to the students around the world. Together we strive to combat illiteracy and provide education to all, irrespective of which background one comes from. IIU has tie-ups with major universities all over the world for providing various courses and doctorates. We feel proud and happy to share that IIU has reached every continent of the world with the purpose to provide higher education free of cost with the help of virtual education. Now we are waiting for you to volunteer to spread the education. DH London believes that the education in the world should be given free irrespective of any university. Who are eligible to receive honorary doctorates? Personnel with outstanding career and potentials along with professionalism and special contribution at state, national, or international level in the society upon the educational, scientific works, cultural, and peace activities, or any other humanitarian activities deserves an honorary degree. We have all the subjects available here. You too may qualify for the highest degree available on this planet, as well as publication of your idea or research paper with World Education Organization. We invite applications for honorary doctorate from experienced personnel in various disciplines who have rich experience in their respective field. Also, selected procedure followed by international internship university. all documents mentioned below to the email address hr@iiuniversity.com. Nominations are open for upcoming honorary doctorate programs. On July 27, 2021, in Delhi, India. On October 27, 2021, Bali, Indonesia. On December 27, 2021, Kathmandu, Nepal.
Grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter connections, and emails that AI
Do you think you are an expert in your field, but don't have time to pursue a full-time doctorate or PhD? Showcase your expertise on papers. Welcome to IIU. IIU is one of the fastest growing universities in the world, building a better and brighter future for people all around the world. We have spread across 195 countries, 6 regions, and over 195 virtual admission centers around the world. IIU is united in our commitment to provide better education to the students around the world.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Deepa Chaudhary.
This is Dr. R.K. Dwivedi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Speaking from Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Aravind Saha. Hello.
Very good afternoon.
Yes, speaking from Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Aravind Saha.
Greetings to you.
Yes.
Good evening, Dr. Dheeraj. Good evening.
Good evening, madam. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Pleasure being a part of this session.
Thank you so much. Good
Thank
evening, Pramod sir.
Good evening, ma'am. This is Dr. Dwivedi speaking. Good afternoon. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good
Pramod
evening.
sir, you are on mute.
Pramod, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Good
Dr.
evening,
Shelly.
sir.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
Trivedi ji.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to see you, sir.
Yes, really.
Good evening, Captain Dr. Dinisha.
Good evening.
So, how is Malaysia?
Malaysia is surviving.
Good evening, Dinisha ma'am. How are you?
Hi, Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Good evening.
Great
Hi.
to meet you.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Rishikesh sir. Very
Good evening, madam. Good evening. Good evening.
Dr. Rishi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay,
Joining
fine.
from phone?
Huh?
Joining by phone?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Because problem is that the topic given to me distance learning and everybody is learning from home. So all the devices are booked.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hi, very good evening.
So, a great salutation, good morning, good noon, and an energetic evening. I, Supriya Kumar Velan, international communication coach, master soft skill trainer, and a global keynote speaker, along with my dynamic co-host, Ms. Deepa Chaudhary, public and motivational speaker, welcome you all, the beautiful, lovely, and pious souls from India and abroad, to this inspiring, inventing, and igniting young minds platform, IIU, International Internship University, for a very, very dynamic session on the immersive classroom. Create customized learning experience with augmented and virtual reality. So I welcome you all on this beautiful evening. When I talk about IIU, well, it's need not any introduction, but still is a building a better and a brighter future for all young learners and committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. It is a vision of and mission of accessing more than 10,000 courses and internship to their e-learners. None other than he has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization, that is WEO, and collaborated with all the world's top universities and education institutions through the platform of massive open online courses, that is MOOC. And it is providing various certificate, diploma, graduation, post-graduation, and honorary doctorates to all the world. It is across, moving globally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how God made this universe. Similarly, likewise, this global, brilliant, and beautiful learning platform is created by none other than Mr. Piyush Pandit, who is the co-founder, member, International Internship University, international social activist, award-winning social worker, serial entrepreneur, and president of SBP Global. If I talk about him personally, so he's a very hardworking social worker who is passionate and committed to the service of humanity. He has organized various anti-reservation campaigns at the national and state level. So, to have a better perspective of his life journey, let's take a deep dive in his video. And here is the video.
Determination has always been a key to success for many individuals, because a pessimist always sees difficulty in every opportunity, and the optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Piyush Pandit is that way, who is recognized by his multiple world genres, an international social activist, award-winning social worker, serial entrepreneur, and founder of SBP Global. He has determined his destiny by having trust in him and Almighty God. Pandit was born on 27th July 1987 in Pratapgarh, Uttar Pradesh, in a middle-class family. Piyush Pandit is a diligent and passionate social worker committed to serve humanity. crafted a team of volunteers and achieved global recognition as head of Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust, which spans across more than 50 countries. He has the ability to manage complex caseloads as he granted several live interviews and press conferences on rural development, access to justice, and the right to equality. Rallies, debates, and campaigns conducted by him has impacted Government of India to achieve various noble goals. Piyush is youth leader with extensive social work experience, political activism, and stellar entrepreneurial achievements. When you think of social work and changing the world by improving human experiences, Piyush Pandit comes to mind. He's working hard to make a difference in human experience, starting with one person at a time. He firmly believes that if we uplift someone and another, we improve the experience of human race. A ripple effect played out can be seen in his work. He is proactively mentoring other social activists to encourage social activism and entrepreneurship around the world. He is working fiercely towards achieving United Nations sustainable goals in India, and over the globe, the success that his organization has had is proof of his hard work, creativity, and commitment. Under the flawless leadership of Piyush Pandit, Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust was established in 2010 and was registered in 2016 as a service-oriented voluntary organization with the aim of helping destitute, old people, children, handicapped, and women in rural areas. It goes on to include the martyrs of Indian Army, CRPF, CISF, and other real-life heroes who lost their lives in service. The organization strives to place humanity at forefront and bringing back the human form which has lost due to this modern life. They are fighting to ensure ending poverty, unemployment, and making society better for all. SBP has become a global entity with ambassadors from more than 50 countries. SBP is an endless family working towards the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The goals include no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitization, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, partnerships to achieve the goals. SBP is working tirelessly towards eradicating darkness. Darkness for people who go hungry, be unable to afford the basic needs.
So I think this is the really motivating journey which we all witnessed just now. And this great person need not to know anything more. In India, we all know that we have a ritual of Deep Prajwalan before starting any great and pious ceremony to spread positivity, to spread purity, tranquility. So let's move ahead towards Deep Prajwalan. after this beautiful Deep Prajwalan, I hope everybody over here on IIU platform is filled with positivity, tranquility, and the peace of mind and heart, which will flow on and on through life journey. Well, paying respect to our nation, India, and tribute, let's go for the national anthem.
Salute everyone. Thank you, everyone.
I think a group of people.
Well, I think we all are filled with emotion and paying and tribute to our nation, India, which has really infused a new confidence, a new zest for our mission and vision. So let's take our journey forward, and I would like to call upon the dynamic personality for the welcome speech, Dr. Shaili Bhutani, and she doesn't require any introduction. Well, she is the first President Council of Foreign Affairs IIU, 23 years experience in education, passionate leader, mentor of 7 schools in CBSE Delhi, author, wrote many computer books from 2012 to till date. A motivational speaker, CBSE master trainer, and national trainer of Khelo India. International relationship counselor and multi-awarded in leadership skills, member of University of Reading UK since 2016. Dr. Shaili, the stage is yours to rock on.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you so very much. Greetings, one and all. Every new beginning comes from some another beginning's end, right? So first of all, I would like to welcome to all my today's dignitaries, guest speaker, Mr. Pramod Mahajan, Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra, Captain Dilisha Bhardwaj, Dr. Rishikesh, Dr. Suchitra, and Dr. Ravendra Kumar Dwivedi. Our today's guest speaker really don't need any introduction. They are actually light for the world as mentors. All gem educators they are. So welcome everyone. On the behalf of IIU, I offer my sincere regards to all the today's guest speaker for accepting our warm invitation and coming over for today's webinar. Welcome everyone and thank you so very much. Thanks a lot. Secondly, I convey my regards to our co-founder, IIU, Dr. Piyush Pandit, all country directors, deputy directors, education ambassadors, participants, and all my viewers. Thank you so much for joining us today. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than parents. For these only give life those the art of living well. So on the behalf of IIU, this is my duty to know about the mission and vision of International University. International Internship University is a unification of new management, patrons, and education ambassadors across the globe. From topmost educational institution, certified, efficient professional with knowledge, expertise to share with the learners on the IIU platform. For the first time, IIU is providing advanced education to underprivileged students at their doorstep with ease and exposure to an unique virtual education platform across the globe too. Quality education is a well above par and distinguished in the terms of excellence at all international levels. 100 professors, 1,000 students from each university will bind with each other to step ahead to train and teach every e-learners at IIU. It's a golden opportunity while extending their knowledge too. History to blockchain. It's all technologies, language to artificial intelligence, commerce to business strategies. IIU has bridged its collaboration with major educational institutions and top universities all over the world and incorporated the privilege of more than 10,000 courses at really affordable fee and almost all free of cost. Our primary motive lies in strengthening pieces of stuff that will surely bring up awareness in social, culture, and traditional values with a determined effort and implement them into education system. The commitment of taking education to the global scale is a big vision of Dr. Piyush Pandit, but not each person can obtain that. But we have determined that IIU will do each and every vision and complete every dream of every child. So once again, I welcome you all in today's webinar, the immersive classroom, create customized learning experience with virtual reality. Thank you so much everyone for joining us. Thanks a lot. Over to Spriya.
One
Spriya,
second.
you are on mute.
Yes. If I say about going to my journey with you all people, so let's take a deep dive in my journey with you all eminent and lovely dignitaries which we are having today. And I am starting my ordinary to extraordinary journey with you all and calling my first guest speaker, Dr. Suchitra Bhattacharya, an educationist, administrator, and a social worker since 20 years, principal of Manav Rachna International School, and also handed GD Goenka Public School. She believes in leading a happy team with positive thought, and Dr. Bhattacharya is a winner of many awards, accolades for a contribution in education fields and attached to many education forums as a speaker and advisor. And let's welcome Dr. Suchitra for her dynamic topic that is immersive virtual reality as a pedagogical tool in education, a systematic literature review of quantitative learning outcomes and experimental design. Ma'am, the stage is yours to flourish.
Thank you so much, Supriya. Good evening from Delhi and namaskar. First, I would like to thank Dr. Shelley to bring me here. And of course, IIU, I'm so grateful to IIU and Piyush sir for giving such wonderful opportunities. IIU, as you've explained and Shelley ma'am also said, it is something doing a commendable job reaching out to those students who have the thirst for knowledge. And that is what IIU is doing. Associating with IIU gives immense pleasure, and definitely such topics, bringing in such educationists, gives us an opportunity to learn, relearn, and of course, share. To talk about what we have come here for discussion. If I talk about personalized learning, what is it? It is a path in the education which takes into account the specific interest and the needs of each student, and it creates a unique learning experience based on those individual traits. Students and educators work together to create customized learning and plans in the classroom. With the pandemic and of course the NEP 2020 coming in, I think we have really upgraded ourselves, and there was a paradigm shift in the whole education sector which says or which proves that this is what is the need of the hour. Why do we need personalized learning? If we talk of that, with personalized learning, it comes the higher student engagement. And higher student engagement, if we address that, we see the different interests of the students are taken into care. And in the process, we enhance and improves a student engagement. With higher engagement students, again, we will see that the time a child takes in actually absorbed with the materials that the child is dealing with. Unlike the traditional learning, where students were grouped together because of age or maybe the ability, where we were teaching them and testing them, and then we ask them to move on. Whereas personalized learning, it enhances and allows students to master the material before moving on to the next subject, thus increasing the chances of each and every child having the knowledge skills. And I think the topic that we have taken is excellent. And after today's discussion, we will even more understand and realize what importance it is to have this personalized teaching. We all are doing it in our schools. However, in such discussions, we again rethink while sharing and listening to others. We need to understand that though we are doing it, yet we have to define from the starting point, which says it has to be from early years to the school education and then leading into college education. So after starting it from the early point, we have to set the goals. After setting the goals, we have to have a map of learning modalities. I think, was that the bell for me to stop? Was it the bell for me to discontinue? Hello, Supriya?
No, ma'am, please continue.
Okay. So just winding up a little quick, because we have so many speakers with us. So we have a map with the modalities, and then we appeal to the students, get their interest, work together, refine the areas of focus, and then give them the access to learning, and of course, build a dialogue. Then we come to augmented reality. I think this is a fantastic topic that we have taken up. It's an amalgamation of the real world and the virtual world, which we are now going in advanced state. So the reality, the integration of the digital information and the user's environment, when brought in together, it enhances learning. It gives a clear picture of what a child wants, what a child desires, and where he or she can go further. That is what brings in augmented reality brings in. It enhances the version of the real physical and that with the virtual. So digital and visual elements sound together. I think that will give even more better advantage in the education system. And we are so proud to say that with the education system that's coming up, the advanced education system that's coming up in India, I think we educationists all are responsible enough to ensure that everything is implemented, not only just discussion, but we implement it in such a manner that the next generation, that is the alpha generation, who are born with technology, we give them the utility, we give them the opportunity to utilize the digitized world and be beside them with the real world so that they can experiment and learn together. To begin with, I think that is what I had to say, and I'll wait for others to give their point of view. Thank you so much, Deepa.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insights indeed. And I very much agree to that, where you say that we need to work together to refine the interests of children, and amalgamation of virtual and real world enhances learning. And that too, when amalgamated with the desires of a child, something that he wants to do and has a passion for, will create the right path for his future.
Definitely.
Thank you so much indeed. Then may I have the honor to introduce you to Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra, a national awardee, year 2005, a white and a yellow belt in Six Sigma, a certified NLP business diploma holder, an educational innovator, author with expertise in Six Sigma in education, academic audits, neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, total quality management in education, and experiential educator, a CBSE resource towards the school assessment, SQAA, CCE, JIT, 5S, and Kaizen. He has authored over 50 books on computer sciences for ICSE, CBSE students, over 30 books of academic interest for the field of education in excellence, school management, teaching excellence, and Six Sigma, a former principal at De Indian Public School, New Delhi, and education officer at GEMS Education, India. With an ample teaching experience of over 2 decades, he is presently engaged as the principal of NPS International School, Guwahati, Assam. He's a certified trainer for quality circles, TQM in education, and QCI standards for school credential, Six Sigma in education. We have a lot to tell about him, but in the interest of time, let me present to you Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra, and he can further add something that I've missed. Over to you, please.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Deepa, and I appreciate the initiative by the organization, and it's really great for me to share at this platform about the very integration of technology in education, and what and why about the concept which is very near to my heart about the assessment of learning through virtual reality. So if I take this opportunity to kindly share my screen, and probably we're looking forward to doing that, and just a minute, and with that reference, probably I think I've been granted the permission to do so.
Yes, please. You'll be able to share your slides. And I'll let you know when it is visible to us.
Okay, just a second.
Yeah, please. Dr. Dheeraj is there?
He's not there, I think.
Yeah, so Priya, you please carry on. I'm not able to see him.
Dr. Dheeraj is not here, I suppose. All right, so can we move forward?
Yes, please.
Please continue. We'll just
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Over to you, Supriya.
Thank you so much, Deepa. So, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward to our journey, I am taking an immense pleasure in calling my next speaker, and he is a dynamic speaker, Mr. Pramod Mahajan.
Supriya,
Yeah.
just a minute, Supriya. Pramod Mahajan, sir, I will take you, at least Dheeraj sir has joined.
Yeah,
please.
sorry, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm
So
It's
sorry.
okay, it's okay. Yes, join.
Can give me that permission, please. That screen sharing is still not there.
Yeah, okay. So now permission has.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you. I've got it. Thank you so very much. I'm so sorry. There's some.
It's okay, perfectly all right.
Well, friends, I take this opportunity to initiate on the very context of exploring the identity of the very term of virtual reality. Now, as we see that we've been imparting through technology for over 2 years now, and our teachers and students are so well versed with the integration that these types of extra efforts are pretty common in our classrooms today, and the teachers are going out of the very way to explore the learning to the best of the process. So the quality tool in education, the VR, we commonly known, and let me tell you very frankly that the teachers are not well equipped, but the children are, because of the excitement they have undergone over the years of this very concept of VR while visiting malls. And thanks to the integration of technology, which is available at 100 rupees, in different malls, where the children have, played games, and they have already well versed with the very concept of virtual reality. Teachers are taking with the view. The concept refers to computer generated simulation in which a person can interact within an artificial intelligence based three-dimensional environment using electronic devices, which is artificial, such as special goggles with a green backdrop at times. There is a display unit, which is the screen, or the gloves fitted with sensors. And it's so practical and so very fun-loving that the children are well versed in doing it the first time, and probably they repeat it on the go. It is the use of the technology, the integration through interactive virtual mode, wherein the users are placed inside a simulated world, potentially giving a greater sense of immersion that is experienced through a traditional flat screen. And that is what, when we talk about the artistic programs which have been produced, and now there are vendors visiting our portals in schools, to come out with wonderful ways through which the integration in this very AR format can be done. So mainly there are three categories of VR in particular. We talk about non-immersive, semi-immersive, and the fully immersive simulations, and the children are well versed with their PS4 games of integration into it. So it's nothing more of new things which I stand here to explore. But for sure, it can improve education by providing students with memorable and immersive experience, for sure, with the march of time, thanks to the vendors who are already making it possible in our schools. VR is accessible to every student now and can easily be monitored by teachers in a big way. And that experience also is used to create immersive experiences, in addition to entertain the consumers, which can be particularly the parents at times, even the teachers at times. And this has brought a new concept of gamification in education. And probably a lookout for this learning is very popular through the virtual reality, which is applied in a variety of industries such as medicine, architecture, military. Of course, we have, simulation of war games and other things when we teach. Then for sure, as an add-on, there is a reflection of few tools of virtual reality, which explores, wonderful platforms which allow lame users to, integrate technology with the very software which the schools need to invest and come out to be as a winner. So the first very one is the wonderful platform, which is the Unity platform. It is a famous game development, and it helps to build VR solutions for many other sectors. And one can create VR solutions for various fields, and education is one of them. So this is Unity, as you can see on the screen, the leading platform for creating interactive real-time content. Then the next platform is the Amazon Sumerian, which is another Amazon web server-based 3D graphics VR programming skills. And it helps provide VR platforms in an addition to all the Google Daydream, the Google Lens, and the Android and the iOS mobile applications are all well versed with this. And then, of course, with the very simulation, there comes the bright culture of Google being provided all for sure is the Google VR developer portal, which enhances the learning in the best of the possible ways. Creation is immersive and VR experience is wonderful for the stakeholders. And then for sure, we start just building the virtual world. This is the Unreal Engine, which is UE4, which offers a powerful set of virtual development tools with UE4 built apps. And since I've already developed around 150 apps and they are all listed on the Google Play Store free of cost, I believe Unreal Engine offers a wonderful connect to that preface, the world's most open and advanced real-time 3D creation tool, which reflects this. Then another one is the Cry Engine, which is a well-known 3D game development program platform, which is a robust choice for the VR software development tool. And it allows you to build the virtual reality apps and shall work for platforms like Oculus, Rift, PlayStation 4, Xbox, and for sure, with that reason. This is a reflective mechanism, and I go carried away by the notion it carries. It is one of the most powerful game development platform for you and your team to create world-class entertainment. Of course, teachers play the role here as a facilitator, and you can download it for the versions of iOS or for the PC with the index. And for sure, then we have the Blender, which is an open source 3D. You're talking about MOOCs. So this is one of them. And the Creation Suite is almost free and has the time of Blender coming up with a new version. 2.80 is the latest release. And it is an independent organization for benefit of the government bodies and the development of the Blender and all together. So this 2.93 version follows a better approach of the VR in view. Then we have the 3ds Max, which is a popular 3D modeling and rendering software from Autodesk, and it can be used for design visualization, creation of video games, and the children love it to the maximum. And then finally, we have the SketchUp Studio, which is a powerful 3D modeling tool, and that can be searched for more ideas. We can enhance it, and there's a 30-day trial version available for SketchUp Studio, and it allows 3D printing, urban planning, so we can integrate it with the ATL Labs platform as well. And then we have Maya, which is a wonderfully known production house, 3D computer animation, modeling, simulation, and rendering software. It allows as an integration of the Autodesk family, and there you can create 3D animations, motion graphics, VX software, and of course, it's a powerful tool which allows dynamic effects of 3D animations, 3D rendering, shadowing, modeling, and whatnot, with the children being excited out of this calibration. Then we have the creation of the virtual masterpiece through Medium. Now, Oculus is a provider for the VR platform, a much known provider, and the latest software they are offering is the Medium, and it's a comprehensive tool which allows you to create 3D assets. So Medium is again an add-on. As you can see the picture there, it's all defined and drafted in that particular platform with artificial intelligence integrated with the very mechanism of VR and augmented reality. Well, generally it is recommended that you take a break every 30 minutes when you're incorporating the AR spectrum. I'm looking forward to that. Of course, with the scarcity of time, I can't be more into my deliberation, but for sure, there's just a little addition which I wanted to share. And of course, the combination here talks about is how good your headset is, how good are you impacted with that very environment. Potentially, it has to have a significant growth over the years. And with fully immersive computer-generated world to innovations like Ready Player, one that provides us with a real-world view. It is gaining classroom insights with the march of time and recording the real classroom sessions. And of course, that helps if the student misses a class, they can use these VR recordings to be digitally transported into their classroom. And of course, that helps, with their peers and being with them, virtually. So that's the fun element here. And I believe the massive jump in the VR will certainly bring out a wonderful platform with their cousin sisters of augmented reality and the artificial intelligence, the data modeling and everything coming together for sure will be another recap and encapsulated version of our design and integration of technology in education. So that's all from my end. Thank you so very much. I'll be open to, any questions, if any. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much, Dr. Dheeraj, for giving such a wonderful, insightful session. And your virtual tools were awesome. You told about Unity, Amazon, UE4, Blender, 3ds Max, and Maya. Thank you so much. Even I was not knowing about this. So thank you so much for enlightening my knowledge too.
My pleasure.
And now, I would take an immense pleasure, which I was taking 5 minutes back. And again, I am taking a great, immense, profusely to call upon my next speaker, Mr. Pramod Mahajan, who is the Director, Principal, Sharjah Indian School, UAE. He's a Board of Director of Principal Council and Government of Sharjah core member and former secretary of the Principal Executive Council of Sharjah Private Education Authority. Of course, accolades, if I talk about, I think our day will never be sufficient. First prize winner in Intel Science Talent Discovery, also awarded by Director Nehru Science Center, Mumbai, organized by Intel Asia Electronics Limited, USA, and Nehru Science Center, completed the leadership program about futuristic leadership from IIM Ahmedabad. So please give a round of applause for Mr. Pramod Mahajan for again an insightful session.
Welcome, Mr. Mahajan, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening. Salam alaikum, namaste, namaskar. I'm thankful to IIU, Dr. Shelly, Supriya ma'am, Priya ma'am, and the co-founder, Mr. Pandit. My very good friend, Dr. Dheeraj, has already explained about AI and AR. So let me talk on my topic, that is augmented reality. Dear friends, I'll be sharing my screen meanwhile, so allow me to do that. Dear friend, this is the time, 21st century kids, they are beyond. As Dr. Dheeraj has already told, they know better than us. And another thing is these apps and Google Auntie is available for each and everything. So now the question arises, who will answer those questions which are yet to be asked? Who will think about those technologies which are yet to be invented? So for that, various experimentation and experiential learning is must. So let me share my screen and then we'll switch on those aspects. And I will show you one resource which is created with AR and VR combined, and how magically it is taking care of the understanding and retention.
Yes, sir. You can share the screen, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Thank you. So augmented reality in social learning spaces. In social learning space, maybe medicine, maybe education, maybe army, maybe whatever what are those things? Let us start first with augmented reality in social spaces. What is augmented reality actually is? Augmented reality versus virtual reality, all those aspects. So augmented reality is augment, that is increased in number, amount, or strength, plus reality, that is state of being actual or real, and gives us the augmented reality. And this augmented reality is nothing but adding information and meaning to a real world objects. The sketch of the change phase of education in digital age provides a lot of focus on augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and mixed reality. So what are those various aspects? No doubt, Internet of Things, along with the multi-dimensional aspect, that is important. So how artificial intelligence with multiple intelligence is combined and synchronized. I was discussing with a person who has given us the multiple intelligence during my visit to City Montessori, Lucknow. And when we asked him, sir, MI is rocking, no problem, but when AI will come, what will happen? He said, no, still multiple intelligence will play a vital role. And yes, today is the time when multiple intelligence are there, AI is there, and with the synchronization of both, VR and AR is leading the world. Augmented reality is cutting edge technology that follows for a digitally enhanced view of real world. You can see here, the real world can be experienced, whatever be the action is, and that's why it makes the education joyful and the retention is enhanced. See this concept, the real world and the virtual world, where it is synchronized, what magic happens. So that's the augmented reality. It is not a futuristic dream. It is already there within the classroom at a very lower cost. A ubiquitous computer. How it works in AR system combines real and virtual objects in a real environment. Combination of virtual and real objects, but in the real environment. Aligns the real and virtual objects. Run three-dimensional aspects in real time. In real time, there are three components: head-mounted display, tracking system, and mobile computing power. Now also we are using a lot of mobile computing powers. These are those various devices, very cheap at the rates, and brings a fundamental change in the learning process. This is that scientific view, this is that scientific sketch which gives us the information how the real world and the virtual world is combined as augmented world. Whatever you think, whatever you dream, whatever be the question which is yet to be answered can be created by augmented reality, and that's why it is rocking in the social spaces. This is the complete diagram: tower, GPS system, radio waves, satellite, what not. And the basic and a very, very important thing is this augmented reality, the earth, surface of the earth act as an antenna. So no need of signal break and all. And everything is stored on the cloud. So no need of any virus attack, no threat of any less space. And it is free of cost. So GPS satellite based correction, earth acts as a disk for this augmented reality as well as the virtual reality. There are basic uses. Find user's location wherever you are. Wife can find out the husband where he is moving or whatever he is doing, vice versa also. That is there. But that is being used for a better purpose, not only for that detection, but for a better purpose. Find users orientation view, then generate data. Not only finding, but they generate the data. How many times you have visited to a particular shop? How many times you have used a particular credit card? How many times you have particularly visited a particular site and particular pictures you have been seen? What not? This is that which gives you that power. How it works? It works as a translator, tourism, medical field, education, navigation, and military. These are certain, Dr. Dheeraj has already explained you the various vendors and the various softwares and various aspects. These are the various attributes which are using that thing. Tag of war, liar, augmented car finder. And this is a real picture how they are finding out the cars and all. Benefits. The biggest potential of this technology is to make our lives better, to make our lives better, to make you a better human being today with respect to tomorrow, and gives you the scaffolding path for the future. That is the augmented reality. What else you want? You are better today and take a path of future fit tomorrow. But there are certain limitations also. Privacy, educate, see danger. Yes, privacy. You should be ethical during your private time also. That is the main danger. You can enjoy, but morality and ethicalness should be on the top priority. Accurate tracking and orientation. That accuracy is, again, that accuracy deals with the human brain. Whatever be the technology is there, whatever be the AI is there, whatever be the VR is there, but human brain is unanswered. It is that reality which no one can challenge. So for that accuracy, human brain, human trends, and that's why no one can replace the teacher. That's why no one can replace the doctor. That's why no one can replace the scientist. And so we are safe. For wearable augmented reality system, there are some problems, eye stress, taking time and all those things. So those some limitations are there. Applications, medical, entertainment, military training, engineering design, robotics, education, whatnot. You name the area and AR and VR is there. So augmented reality is become more reality than the real world. That is the true definition of augmented reality. See, these are the live pictures where the augmented reality is used. Days were gone when the scanning and this is happening. Now, within a second, you can find out each and everything. Where is the problem is? What's the problem is? What is the orientation? What is the radius? What is the size? What is the shape? And what not? In what degree? And it's very easy for a surgeon, for a doctor, for the physician to decide upon. Entertainment world is completely changed with this aspect. In military services, I will not comment more on that, but yes, augmented reality is a tool nowadays for fighting the sky war in the real sense. Education. See the picture. The aspects become three-dimensional. The model become working and you can enjoy it. Teacher-driven classroom is converted into students-driven classroom by augmented reality and virtual reality. Now it is student what want to learn, when want to learn, where want to learn, how want to learn. That autonomy is being given to the students by AR and VR. Revolution in the education happened. Rabindranath Tagore, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore used to say, don't limit a child to your own learning for he was born in another time. Where Dr. Sugata Mitra says, learning happens naturally minimum intervention. So how to maximize the learning with a minimum intervention? Augmented reality and virtual reality. The human intelligence is synchronized with the artificial intelligence. Another aspect, that is AI plus multiple intelligence. Both are making the learning so effective. Internet of Things. Campus are get connected. Smart classrooms are doing wonders. Digital credentials, credential verifications are happening. Now see how immersive the experience is. It took about 35 years to progress from drawing to making a picture or this thing. But the Jurassic Park has proved that within 35 days you can do the wonders if you are master in AI, you are master in augmented reality, better than the real things. Let me conclude my speech, my talk, today's talk, by showing you a small video how with at the minimum cost you can bring the liveness within the classroom with the social space and prove that augmented reality is providing the complete academic ownership to the students. They are the owner of their own learning process by using a weapon called augmented reality. Please focus on this video. Magic of augmented reality in the social space. Playing with the nature. Deep learning. Depth analysis. Dismantling the things, creating, revising, and see the happiness. How happy they are. Because they are inventing something new. These are the specs costing 300, 400 Indian rupees only. See the happiness. Smiling dynamics is being ensured. No stress, no strain. Micro to macro understanding. Cooperative learning. 3D. Analyzing, synchronizing. Future fitness is here, and that is nothing but augmented reality. Keep on growing, keep on augmenting yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pramod Mahajan. Your presentation on augmented reality is an exclusive learning today, and super excited. It says Dr. Kalyani Roy in the chat box. You must go through these compliments for you, and they are showered for all the good words and the impressive comments about you. So, and
about me or about augmented reality?
Your presentation, indeed.
Your presentation, sir.
Of course. And the way you presented it, you had a blend of everything. And the last video was super amazing. That was the showstopper of it. And every time you were saying that, look at how happy they are, how happy they are. And I was looking at the gallery and how happy we are to see that video. And we were all smiling and surprised. And wow, where do you get such beautiful and very insightful things indeed, which actually captivates the audience and the viewers, and do not let that become monotonous at all. So thank you so much. Indeed.
But I crossed the time limit. Sorry for that.
It's okay, sir. It's perfectly all right. Perfectly all right, sir. We enjoyed with your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again. And with that, I bring to you the next speaker. Captain Dr. Dinisha Bhardwaj Singh is an Indian Army officer turned educationist after serving for 10 years in Indian Army. The elite defense force of India, she is PhD, management law and physics graduate. On one side, while she has worked in depth for education from Northeast to almost all parts of country and abroad, she experienced adventure activities starting from paragliding to rafting, rock climbing, horse riding, camel expeditions, and trekking. She has presented papers in national and international seminars and has been a panelist, keynote speaker, and moderator on various online and offline forums, along with being a leadership and motivational speaker. She also enjoys being a casual announcer in All India Radio, Shillong. Social work is her passion, and she's still extending support to various groups in Indore, Shillong, Delhi, and in Malaysia. She has co-created manuals on safety and security and pedagogical leadership with GSF and CBSE and NIEPA India. She's a master's trainer with CBSE and NIEPA. She has received 6 recognitions, medals, and awards from armed forces and 9 awards for her contribution in sector of education, leaderships, and social work from various renowned forums, organizations from India. Currently, she is heading Global Indian International School, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So I welcome you, ma'am. Over to you, please.
Thank you so very much, Deepa. The topic and the interest of topic is as much on speaking is the same amount is there which is carried forward after hearing the 3 wonderful speakers before me. And the topic given to me, the mold of the topic given to me is close to my heart. That is motivational aspect of augmented reality. And allow me to share the screen so that I can take you through a planned journey which I can discuss and share my views on as to how we are motivated, what all are the aspects of motivation we need to look forward for it, and then how actually we can plan to use it for the purpose. When we talk about motivation, what is the purpose behind this? So I hope you have given me permission to share the screen. Yeah, you are allowed. Yeah, thank you so much. Just a second. So we are talking about, since the beginning of this webinar, we are talking about immersive classrooms. We are talking about augmented reality. It was beautifully brought out by Dr. Bhattacharya in the beginning, then Dr. Mehrotra, Mr. Pramod Mahajan, and all 3 of them have touched one or the other major aspect. On one side, when there was an aspect of resources which was touched by Dr. Mehrotra. On other side, the aspect of amalgamating the reality to virtual reality was touched by Dr. Bhattacharya, and then Mr. Mahajan brought in a kind of understanding and excitement about the topic and the subject. I'm talking about learning motivation of students. Now, what motivation we are looking forward? I would rather put it across motivation in 3 ways. Motivation of child without getting touched and disturbed by anybody, neither parents, nor the teachers, nor the educators. Motivation of a teacher. And then the major aspect of motivation, which is there probably as a holistic development of a child, which we are looking forward for, and how the child will come forward after going through this augmented reality learning and understanding, and would stand, how tall he would stand in the society. So these are the 3 motivational aspects I'll be touching upon when I'll take you all through this journey. Now, I'll talk about first the motivation level of a student. And, you know, this, when
when you see this level of interaction and the students when they are participating and learning, that reminds me as a very small child when school took us to Nehru Planetarium in Delhi, and I was so excited. You know, we were supposed to recline our chairs, and I saw the complete planetarium lit and all stars. I was kind of swayed with the very idea and the visibility of such thing. That was just lights playing onto the ceiling of the building or the auditorium for that matter. And look at it now. So that is for sure that the motivation level of students is going to go very high when such augmented reality and various facets have been brought in as far as the learning process is concerned. And they will be super excited. Now, there is a line which need to be drawn and understood as to this excitement is kind of a, adding to my playing excitement, or is it adding to learning, or is it adding to actual outcome of the learning? As Mr. Mahajan said, that when we are talking about learning, when we are talking about using these processes and technologies to learning, less scaffolding is required, and that is for the fact. Because when we talk about artificial intelligence, if I can put it across like that, it is not hovering upon and creating a superpower impact over multiple intelligence. It is supporting multiple intelligence. I, as a child, I am not very fond of reading. So how I can learn? I'm kinesthetic in nature, or I am kind of auditory. So all these things are supporting in one or the other way. Please mind my words, supporting. So that is how, when these systems are supporting, this augmented reality is supporting me as a child for learning, I'm motivated, and certainly it adds value to the child in the process of learning, and also it adds support system as far as teachers and parents and other people are concerned, because that eases out their kind of efforts when they try to teach some particular one or the other thing, which is probably very difficult to be read, or when we use the traditional methods of learning, and the outcome can be expected to a particular level. And when these kind of systems and artificial intelligence supported systems are utilized, things can be taken up in a different way, and rather outcome can be expected in a higher way. Now, I just am reminded of, there was a forum where I was speaking a few days back. It was a Voice Tech Summit in Asia. It was an Asia level summit where they were talking about voice tech support systems, like whatever we have at home, Alexa, Siri, Google Home, and whatnot, and how we are using them to learning. And then there are various ways to adopt and adapt, and the excitement level and all. And similarly, this augmented reality is also lacing to the process of learning, icing to the cake, right? So that is how slowly I'm going to take you. It is exciting to students. Now I'm talking about exciting to teachers and grown-ups to plan the pedagogical system to be used as one part of the pedagogy of teaching, enhance the system and processes of learning, and kind of nurturing, or rather I can say designing to nurture the learning outcomes. And that is going to be helpful. So this is second aspect of motivation when I'm talking about. Please understand, you can give a bell to me. I mean, I will sum it up early in that case. So, these are the motivational aspects. Understand that when we are talking about motivational aspect, we are talking about some value addition, research, science, artificial intelligence. Then we need to understand everything comes with side effects. We need to understand what are the side effects. I heard Mr. Mehrotra saying that, you can take break after half an hour. That is very important. Human beings are not born with these things. I mean, I was just wondering, and I was just joking around to my daughter that how much Botox costs if I can go for Botox in my later years of age. She said, please read the side effects. So somewhere these things can be taken as Botox in life. They will glorify, they will add, they will help, they will support. Where are the side effects? We need to understand that, because it is important that we need to pace with the technology. We need to pace with time, pace with system, pace with the additional values which are coming in the form of researches. But where do we stand now? It is for us to analyze and introspect. Where do we stand now? Where I am as an educator, where I am as a parent, where my child is as a learner. And then, is it right now? I'm very critical on certain things. Is it the requirement to accept it, or it is the requirement to accept it because it is coming in? So my school should also have it. So my child should also have it. So I should also have it. Question remains with you. Maybe you can ask me later, but I'm also going to touch about it. No, I'm not going so negative about this thing. I'm very positive. It is very supportive. And just see, physical learning, when you do drop, learn, and then e-learning, where you see, learn. I just remember in my graduation, I studied mathematics, and too much of it was there. And then, there were 2 papers of mathematics. In first paper, I was just going through, oh, nice question, I understood. Next question, I understood. I completed the entire book and I understood the entire book, and I appeared for everything in examination. And out of 80, I got 30 marks. Next paper, oh my God, no, I will not read this time. I did hands-on. And I got 79 out of 80 marks in second paper. I am the same. My teacher was the same. It was my process. It was this thing. Please don't misunderstand that this is my first paper and that is my second paper and you will get 30 marks or 20 marks out of that. I'm not telling you. I'm just trying to connect with real-time experiences of life, which can help us to understand how much I can take in my hands, how much I should leave, despite that everything is available around me. So there are benefits. Certainly, as Mr. Mahajan said, it is low cost. When I say low cost, or when he says low cost, not that these things are very cheap. Of course, he quoted glasses 300 rupees. But nevertheless, when we say the cost factor, we are talking about if I have to go to NASA and practice zero gravity, and if I have to practice zero gravity with augmented reality, how much it is going to cost. So there we are comparing the cost, not that buying is cheaper, but the experience is cheaper, much cheaper than the reality. And that is how it changes the dynamics of learner. It changes the system, support system as far as the learning is concerned. It is a value addition there. Moving forward, there are pedagogies which can, I'm not reading the major key points, I'm just reading the approaches. There are styles and pedagogies which can be involved. When the word pedagogy comes, it becomes, very dry subject. So please don't go for the detail of the pedagogy. Just try and understand how much can we explore using augmented reality. Is it structured? If not, I said, and I quoted Mr. Mahajan as well. He said not much of scaffolding is required, but not that throughout you don't do that. In the beginning, not required, so that let them venture out and generate the interest. And then please hold them and tell them, yeah, you have seen everything now. This is the gate you have to cross. This is the gate to the next success, not that you have to live in this virtual world and this is going to give something in future to you. And then please be very task specific, and ultimately what the child has learned, what the child is actually supposed to learn, bridge the gap and keep assessing time and again. Let us connect virtual to reality, to virtual reality, to augmented reality. Ultimately, it has to be connected to reality. When the child will come outside, that child will not venture out in this reality. That child will create such reality, and he will not recreate. If he recreates, nobody values him. He has to superimpose to recreate something new. And to recreate something new, to create something new rather, he has to have much more than what is existing. So let our child not get lost in this augmented reality. Take it as a support system. Motivational aspect is there. I'm just touching upon again, great experience, fun loving, simulations. I remember one thing. In my training, luckily I topped the shooting. I was a good shooter. We were supposed to get silver medal. So I was a silver medalist, not the gold medal was not there. But when I came down and I stayed with my husband, they had a shooting range, and my daughter went for learning shooting. And then first they were brought into a virtual simulator for shooting. And I found it is such a fun, it is easy. But she practiced, enjoyed, and she said, I'll become a marksman. She was hitting in bullseye, that movie you have seen. So when she was brought onto the ground, there were so many aspects. When you hold the gun and fire, it ricochets. In simulator, it is not ricocheting. You are shooting in the bullseye. But when you are shooting in the real life, then it is ricocheting and the bullet is going somewhere else. Connect. Move forward. Advantages are there. Challenges are there. Practical engagement. Certainly, initial level is good, but if we can bank upon this forever, no, we cannot. There are side effects, as the second speaker said in the beginning. One has to remove it. Remove it after half an hour is okay. That ultimate effect should not be there. But what about the effect which is causing in half an hour? That has to be seen. And then ultimately, human engagement and touch. This is very important, but everything comes with benefits and challenges. Everything comes with effects, positive effects and side effects. It is us humans created this. It is us humans, the wise humans, as Mr. Mahajan said, that teachers will remain, doctors will remain, engineers will remain. It is because we have created this. If this thing will dominate us, then we will not remain. Not only we will remain as teachers and doctors, engineers, but we will perish as human beings also. When artificial intelligence created robots will dominate, then we will perish. So just see the 5 E's. We need to engage. Now, when I say engage, it is not only augmented reality, a balance. We need to make our children explore on hands-on. Let them dirty their hands. It is not that I'm sitting and doing this and I'm enjoying and I'm in a virtual world on cloud 9 and I'm great. And then connect, explanation and connect. Then some questions, sorting out of the answers, getting to the real understanding. And please understand, testing, evaluation, where you stand. People say no examination should be there. I said, get back to Gurukul. Why not examination? I mean, I don't study when there was no examination. I remember I recently did law. I was studying only because I was a professional. So I was studying only during examinations. All of us. Tell me, prove me wrong if you have studied without examinations fear. All of us I do. I don't know, somebody says, so I will become your student forever if you say that you don't study, you study without the fear of examination. Then what to do? Should we go ahead? Don't worry, I'm winding off. Should we go ahead or should we leave it? And there comes the support which the first speaker has given to me, Dr. Bhattacharya. Let us do the right blend. Once it is generating interest, use augmented reality, go as much in detail as you can, come back and touch to the reality. Come out of the augmented reality, come out of this different world. The motivation remains. Only the thing is, motivation should not remain in air. Motivation should remain with purpose. That is the motivation for the future. 3 factors of motivation, because I was given motivation. 3 factors of motivation I touched. Motivation of student, tremendous. Motivation of teacher, value addition. But ultimately, let us club this motivation for the motivation of future to create superhuman beings who are the creators of augmented reality and much beyond this, what we don't have now. This we did not have when I was a child, but what we don't have now, our children should create. That is the level of motivation, has to club in with these 3 motivations, and that is what it is required for now. Thank you so very much. I don't know how much I exceeded with the time limit, but thank you so much. The topic was very close to my heart and I enjoyed talking. Thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Dr.
Very well
Dinisha, I must say you nailed it with your energy level and the way you have showcased the motivation of students was brilliant. And I do believe that motivation can create miracles. It can turn a stone into a god or god into a stone. And it depends only in your hand how you take up the things, on the right side or wrong side. So it totally depends on you. So hats off to your motivation speech. I am really overwhelmed, and keep it up. Keep motivating people, keep guiding people. Stay blessed. All right, moving to my learning journey Now, I am taking an immense pleasure inviting my again a dynamic speaker, Dr. Rishikesh, who is a principal of Bright Rider Schools, Abu Dhabi, UAE. And if I talk about his academic committee workshop and training, is marvelous. He is an academician, a coordinator. He has conducted Gulf Chemistry Olympiad in the entire CBSE affiliated school in the Gulf, sports committee member for conducting CBSE cluster meet for all the CBSE affiliated schools in the entire Gulf region. He's Council of Scientific Research and Training, New Delhi, India, Science Congress, Bangalore, India, Eco-Ethics International Union, Germany, Finance Committee, Gulf Council of CBSE affiliated schools, and research ethical, if I talk about, is N number. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Rishikesh.
Special thanks to IAU. And I think so I must follow Dr. Dheeraj now. Half an hour break is required to all the members who are listening to us. Because
Thank you.
After so much of listening, and that too when people are talking about technology and a lot of motivation is happening. So I just wanted to take break if you allowed, or should I continue? If you are comfortable, you can give me 15 minutes time. It's okay. Otherwise, we can take a break also. Dr. Dheeraj?
Very true, sir. Very true. But when we are not speaking, we are actually taking a break.
Okay, so it means it's a permission for me to go ahead.
Please do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, IIU. And I was listening to wonderful speakers. And I wanted to speak first because most of the things when we are talking about AI and VR is already almost done. But I think so before I should start my discussions with you, or before I should start something on my topic, hats off to all the teachers community to continue teaching in such a tough time. And this is the first time in my career as a principal, I have observed the actual coordination happens in the classroom, where I have seen the student have played a role of felicitator and teacher has performed a role of a performer. The first time I have seen that when technology use is there, kids have actually helped teachers to perform. That's a great thing. So I must congratulate all the students also and all the teachers also to collaborate in a very positive manner. One great thing what I have observed in this 1.5 years, that the kids were really taking the task, the kids were taking the lead and teachers were following them in terms of technology. So that is the great thing. A lot of new things are coming up. We are talking about VR, we are talking about AR, but one thing we all have to accept, and I think so it's a great thing that kids are much, much ahead of us. So teachers have to learn many things. The teachers have to gear up, because to meet the expectations of the parents and the kids is not going to be very easy. Especially when we are talking about the blended learning, we are talking about face-to-face concept also, we are talking about distance learning also. And today, I think so the topic was given to me that how we are going to use VR and AR in terms of distance learning, how to promote distance learning. Every human being continue to learn each day through different experiences. According to the definition provided by the Nokia Research Center, the AR is an environment that includes both virtual reality and real world elements. Virtual reality runs over new environments completely, that is computer generated. All that user can take, touch or interact, which is virtual. AR uses virtual elements only to enhance the real world and the user's experience. VR replaces the physical world. However, AR does not do so. So that is a basic difference what I can see when I'm talking about VR and AR implementing in the classrooms. Finally, there are general estimations based on the current market applications which are available to us. The virtual reality is 10% real and 90% virtual, whereas AR is 75% real and 25% virtual. The benefit of virtual reality is still under investigation. I cannot say that it is the only way to teach in a better way, or it is the best way to teach the students, because still the number of years we have experienced these technologies very less. The first time these experiments or these applications were used in the classrooms is very, very less. So they don't have a very past good experience, because we have seen, we all human beings, okay, there is a personal interaction is embedded in human DNA, and with much interaction comes learning through imitation, collaboration, and exchange of experiences. In particular, the main risk of VR within education focuses on misunderstanding of technology at the end rather than a means to the end, improving student outcomes in their learning process. When it comes to DL, the online area is undoubtedly the educational segment that can grow, and most using these technologies, what I personally feel. Market trends indicate how the segment of distance learning through the internet grows in double digits in the market. This leads to an increase in the number of users and has increased in the supply for all of them in the light of existing potential businesses. They said traditional online teaching is at the limit of exploitation of service through current platforms, inclusions in social networks, collaboration learning through conversation, video and audio, virtual tutorials using video conferencing systems, links or forums, multi-channel access to information database around the globe, etc. The platform do not have more capacity. Perhaps it's a time to focus on improving the experience with the teaching field itself. What is currently available on the student to the student is text, videos, the problems to be solved individually or in a group. There's no doubt will change with the integration of educational experience through the use of virtual and AR reality. From the conceptual point of view, the future for virtual and AR through online channels will happen because of the educational programs introduce real experience making use of these technologies. What I personally feel, it's not necessary that everyone should agree to my point of view, but still, I consider that these are the 5 effective ways to use AR and VR in effective distance learning. The first one is classroom gaming. The game-based learning can actually be very useful. When I go through some research papers, because when the topic was given to me, I was just checking through some research papers, and there what I found is the students who have used gamification have scored 14% higher in the skill-based assessment, which is actually a very good number to me. So you won't believe that today morning when I was going through it, so I have checked my school results also, and there are some students who are very techno-savvy students, and I have actually felt that yes, they have performed well when it comes to skill-based assessments. Essentially, a game-based learning where students complete a series of tasks centered around one theme or subject, and the better they fare, the more rewards they receive. The more rewards they achieve, the more they progress through the levels. You know how game works. This is effective since it takes the perceived side effects of gaming, such as addiction and overcompetitiveness, and uses them for learning purposes. VR allows students to immerse themselves in a game that is engaging but also educational, and it promotes team building. That is very, very important for me. The healthy competition, again, a very important aspect for me. The VR gamification has the ability to enhance distance learning as it can create genuine social interaction, and due to its versatility, it can engage students far more than other forms of distance learning. On an average, this is again, I'm telling you, this is already a calculated figure I'm telling you. On an average, only 15% of the students make it to the end of their online courses. I have also joined so many online courses, but I lost the interest and I left that. So that's what I'm telling you. Only 15% of the students I have seen, those who have completed online courses. Again, I'm coming back on the research findings. The research finding says 80% of the students believe that game-based learning is more engaging. Using game-based learning improves 50% of the students' productivity. That is also a very important figure. 67% of the students claim that they feel more motivated during gamification courses. Not only that, it enables students to take ownership and control the management of their own learning. Again, when I'm talking about self-discipline and self-learning, it actually helps. One of the most useful aspects of VR, game-based learning, is receiving the analytics. These games have the ability to quickly and accurately access students' strength and weakness and suggest areas where they can improve in. So there is no way to find out the learning gaps. They themselves come to know that where they are lacking. So I think so that is one of the best way for distance learning. The second important aspect of distance learning is virtual exploration. VR and AR exploration is a great way to grab any student's attention. Research again explored students' attitudes towards virtual events, trips, showed that 80% of the students rated the experience very highly. Of course, a VR version is a great pyramid, isn't a substitute of the real thing. But with the current pandemic situation and international travel bans being at a halt, VR field trips are a great alternative. A VR headset gives students access to anything from the ice caps to the amazing historical ruins. Students don't even need a VR headset. With AR field trips, they can use their phones to place AR items such as World War II bunkers in the middle of their living rooms and explore it from the various angles. I think that was the video shown by Mr. Mahajan, that how a child can actually go inside and then explore all the possibilities. So virtual trips, I think that Mr. Mahajan has already done one of the virtual trips in his own school, that is Zoo, Sharjah Zoo, and I think Sharjah Science Exhibition. So that was really a great learning outcome, and that has actually helped me also. Practical tasks. One of this is the third aspect of distance learning. One of the biggest downside to a distance learning is the lack of practical element. VR and AR have the ability to bridge the gap between distance and the real life learning. They can merge theory and practice together. Virtual practice can increase a student quality of learning and retention to by 90%. Distance learning can also bring it at a constant distraction, especially if it is being carried out at home without an optimized work from home setup. Video tutorials can sometimes be useful, but when a student uses a virtual headset combined with headphones, they will completely immerse themselves in the practical task in hand. This provides them with a better learning environment. This can be incredibly useful whether you are a teacher wanting to demonstrate a chemistry experiment or a computer science student wanting to learn data quality software development. Pair programming is also a great concept that allows the teacher to share your virtual screen and guide you through the process. VR, AR, distance learning does not only act as a replacement for the real life learning, but it can actually enhance it. VR can improve any learning that involves design, such as architecture. Student can wear the VR headset and view the models and drawings they have created in the virtual world. The fourth one, I'll quickly, because I know that I have taken much time, so I'll just try to wind up as early as possible. So overcoming the language barriers, that is another important concept. Almost everyone has been in a situation where they had to communicate with someone who doesn't speak their language at all or cannot speak very well. This can often happen in call centers that don't implement skill-based routings, and the great agent that you speak to can't comprehend your request. Learning in a second language is a challenge for anyone's brain. Not only do you have to constantly transfer between your mother tongue and the new language, you actually have to retain information that you never knew before. Not only will it help international students during the online courses, but it can help them outside of that as well. The coronavirus pandemic has prevented a lot of social interaction that would usually help international students to further develop their second language. VR language courses can allow students to replicate these interactions from the safety of their own homes. This particular program I have implemented in my school, in my language labs, and I have seen that it has given me a great result this year. The fifth and the most important thing, I'm talking about the POD. I'm talking about SOD, the student for determination. This particular technology has a potential to improve the education and lives of students with learning disabilities and difficulties. The key feature of the virtual world is the ability to control any external stimulus such as audio or visual. This means that the student which has any sensory disorder can slowly be introduced to these triggers, which means they will be able to have full and safe experience. For example, this is another example I'm quoting here. We have a student who is blind. We cannot refuse the admission because of the inclusive education policy in Abu Dhabi. We have to take the student in school. Although we cannot serve the entire purpose, but still inclusive education we have to promote. So the student who is blind has been taught with acoustic learning experience, and that particular child can navigate themselves through the virtual world using audio cues. That is a very important point which I want to mention here. The VR can also assist students with learning disabilities in the learning environment by translating their gestures into the speech. VR is not only useful for teaching student, but it can also help case in even parents. There are many cases where parents are not aware about the problems of the child. The parent refuses to accept the child needs some special attention, or the child needs something special from the school. They completely refuses that. But when you have a session and when you actually uses this type of technology, they also understand that school is there to help the child. VR has the ability to bring the positive form of gaming into the virtual classroom that can help with team building and track progression also. Virtual trips and practical tasks can elevate distance learning and allow the student to immerse themselves fully and develop skills and knowledge for the real world. And finally, VR can help minimize language and disability barriers. Yesterday, I was reading the newspaper, the leading newspaper of India, and it says the NCTE has given up the NCTE is planning to increase 10% seats in the B.Ed courses. Problem is that how many times the B.Ed course was actually revised, because now the teacher expectations, the parent expectations, the student expectations are much more. Are you really creating good teachers, or only those who are having the minimum qualifications are becoming the teacher? When we are talking about technology, technology requires a lot of hard work, lot of dedication. And the most important thing is that learners. That's what when Madam Supriya was introducing me, I would like to be called as a learner than the member of this and member of this and member of that. Today, actually, IIU has actually helped me to learn many things, because there was a wonderful speakers before me. And I'm sure after me also, there'll be a wonderful speaker. And definitely when I will leave this platform, I will learn many things from you all. Thank you very much. This is a topic which we can talk on a full day basis also. I know that there are very good speakers, very learned people, but still you have given me a chance to learn from you. Thank you very much, Dr. Shelley. Thank you very much for inviting me on this platform. Let's work together and let's see what best we can bring to the children, what best we can do for our children, and what best we can do the teachers also, because teachers also need a lot of support to manage themselves. It's not easy for becoming a teacher. It's not easy to expect everything from a teacher over the night, but hats off to them. The way they improve themselves is really great. Thank you very much. God bless each one of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rishikesh. And your one line really touched our hearts, that we are still learners, and learning is a continuous journey which we have to learn on and each and every step of our life. Thank you so much for such an insightful session. You threw your light on VR and AR, how to make the classes interactive, how to do leveraging the power of gamification, how to learn from this team building, how to do a fun learning techniques. Awesome presentation and awesome way of expression. So thank you so much from the bottom core of my heart. Well, moving in my journey ahead, our last but not the least speaker, and I am taking a great honor in introducing Dr. Raghavendra Kumar Dwivedi, who is an educationist, and he's having a 27 years of experience in education. He's a principal in DYM Rajgangapur, and if I talk about his accolades, a day will not be enough. So directly I'm calling Mr. Raghavendra. The stage is yours to rock on.
Thank you, Supriya ma'am. It is a privilege to be here in the International Internship University Forum. And first of all, happy Pi Day. Today is 22/7. So it's a really feeling very honored to speak before such a high profile learned people like Dr. Malhotra ji. He's my guru also. And many people are here, Rishikesh sir and Dr. Madan sir. So they are the really actually icon of the India in terms of education, if I can say. So in front of them, if I'm speaking, I'm just going to throw a small light on this one. Already a lot of things has been spoken on this particular topic, AR and VR. If you, ma'am, permit me to share the screen slightly, please.
Yes, you already permit, sir.
So it is immense pleasure me to discuss about the impacting emerging learning, virtual reality and augmented reality. already a lot of things has been shared by our our top educationists here and top speakers here. But only thing is that augmented reality, that is what we can say, is a virtual and augmented reality and virtual reality. There are two ways that can change the way you look at word. So what we can say, the term can be confusing, can be sometimes people think AR and VR are the same thing, but augmented reality and virtual reality are the increasingly used in technology. So knowing the difference is very important. If I talk about the augmented reality is defined as the enhanced visual version of the reality created by the use of technology to add digit information on the image of the something. So what Rishikesh has given the data also on this particular one. Thank you very much, sir. That the present technology, the present scenario, we can use it for the especially disabled also, and it is very much useful for them, especially reaching to the children, those who are not able to listen, they are not able to see also, but with the help of voice and with the help of video, audio video, we can show them, and reality things can be taught. So if I talk about the things in this way, so augmented and virtual reality is the next big wagon. Today, animation has replaced the traditional PowerPoint presentation. A lot of learning platforms, classes where a teacher teaches with the help of live animated and not a static PPT. So the concept of interactive learning rather than the one-way learning is prevailing. Now, virtual reality and augmented reality. One of the biggest confusion in the world in augmented reality is that difference between augmented reality and virtual reality. I told you, both are earning a lot of media attention and are the promising tremendous growth. So what is the difference between the virtual reality and augmented reality? Let us find out this with the help of this presentation. As our Malhotra sir rightly told, it started in 1970, in the beginning of 1970, but it has come real picture, and the growth is a tremendous growth from 2018 onwards. So as this particular pandemic condition has given the opportunity to come and come this using in India also, because generally the technology comes in India after 5 or 6 years. But this, thanks to this pandemic period, that we are going just parallel to the world also, with that using of technology. So in this presentation, I'd like to tell you the role of augmented reality in education, because here we are talking about the education part. So a picture is a word, thousands word. Augmented reality helps you in achieving this rather than reading a chapter. It will be more effective to visualize the subject. It helps students get better understanding and insight about the topic. Also offering interactive expression experiences, and augmented reality keeps students excited and interested in the new learning. So in these two new version of teaching learning process, it is a very, very important that we should always focus on the child-centered teaching. So if we focus on child-centered teaching, so definitely this method will be more useful. But agree with that Rishikesh sir, but in the real picture, it is practically not much more applicable in the rural area, not much more practically applicable in the even new urban area, but definitely in a big city it has come and now reaching to this all corner of India. So this is a good sign of signing picture of the new version of the using technology. So what is virtual reality? Already it is described and defined and informed by my all worthy speakers. But here again, I would like to tell something about the reality is an artificial computer generated simulation or recreation of the real life environment of situation. So as told by our worthy speakers, that it is useful in the many area, in especially health sector, in the yoga sector, in the physical and health sector. But in education sector, it's a very important to use as a VRML language. VRML is nothing but virtual reality modeling language. This language can be used to create a series of images and specify what type of the interaction are possible for them. So according to the situation, according to the learner's attitude, we can able to transform our teaching. So that is what actually make a major role of the virtual reality. And if I talk about the what is augmented reality, so augmented reality is a technology that layers computer generated enhancement adopt an existing reality. So AR is developed into apps and that are used in mobile devices that blended digital computer components into the real world. So AR technology can display scores overall on telecasting, sports games, and pop-up 3D emails, photos, or e-text messages. So leaders of the tech industry are also using AR to do the amazing and revolutionary things with the homogram and motion activation comments. So if we talk about the market area, so this has now in 2002 it was expected it 1 million people will use in the across the world, and by 2022 it is expected 22 million. See how much fast expectation is there. Then in 2025 it may reach up to 216 million, more than 10 times more than that. So the overall the world market is going to transform in this way. So the time has come to change the technology and use the technology for the real learning. And if I were to talk about what augmented reality versus virtual reality, so it's a real environment, then augmented reality, then augmented reality, virtuality, then virtual environment. So this is the actually Milgram reality virtual continuum 1994. It was given by him. So augmented reality and virtual reality are inverse reflection of one to in another, with what each technology seeks to accomplish and deliver for the user. So reality delivers virtual elements as an overview of the real world. So if I talk about how are the virtual reality and augmented reality are similar, so they leverage some of the same types of the technology. They each exist to the serve and use with the enhanced or enriched experience. So see the technology since 1970 or 80, when we used to started 90s, 95, when you started using Word Power, Word Star, then Lotus and all. So slowly the technology is going very fast. So we have to go along with the technology, and in the real teaching learning process, it is very important to use the traumatic stress disorder, post-traumatic disorder, and psychological condition. This technology is very important, and especially for the real learning, we need to use this technology, and the time has come. And I'm sure with the help of technology, the learning is going to happen, have a great impact in our teaching learning process, especially in the classroom teaching. And when the child will be given opportunity to see and learn and see the real picture in the 3D animated part, So definitely he can imagine it and he can learn better. So some features already has been discussed. What are the differences and reality and all. So I'm not going to discuss at all. And because of the lack of time, also because the short time has been given to me, is too restricted. So I'll not get much focus on much more. But only thing is that the images are created using application that mixed virtual context and real life situation. And here the creation of actual bird, not just some content of it. So this is the AR and VR is a basic feature. You can see here. If I talk about the difference, so already we have discussed all the differences here. And what are the features with all? So you can see the picture: e-commerce, marketing, gaming, and all. So these all are the part of the AR and VR. Now, if I talk about the how do they work together, so already the 3D animation picture you can bring in the classroom and show the a dinosaur. You can show the picture which is very practically practical way. So it will be very useful, especially in the science teaching. So already sir told by our Pramod sir. Thank you very much. And this, if I talk about this, here are some USPs that the 100% money back guarantee. Some companies are giving their clients and all. So thank you very much. Because of the time, stopping my word, and thank you. Already it has been discussed a lot of things about this. So I'm restricted to that. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me opportunity. Thank you, Sally ma'am. Thank you, Supriya ma'am. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Raghavendra, and the bold and beautiful line which you have said. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and that really truly matters. So thank you so much. The way you said about AR and VR differences, similarities, and how they deal is really awesome. Your USP, which I can still see on the screen. So thank you so much, and all the eminent speakers, for your wonderful dedicated session and power-packed and energy-full. Now, it's time for my audience who are still waiting to ask and to quench their inquisitiveness to us. So I open for Q&A round. Please ask your question. You can raise hand. Any question to our eminent speakers? Yes, Dr. Arabinder Saha, you can ask.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Special thanks are due to the honorable authority of IIU. Today's session is very good session. Already decision already been taken by the authority. I would like to raise the question, especially Pramod Mahajan. Limitations already been identified by this program, but a specific suggestion is not been completed or considered by the Pramod Mahajan. Please, you will try problems where problems already been identified by you. Side by side, suggestions should be created or provided by you. That is my critical assignment to you. Side by side, another special thanks, nicely presented Pramod Mahajan and Captain Dr. Dinisha. All the speakers very nicely presented. I am very much happy to the audience. I am very much grateful to you. Please, you will try to suggest. That will be very much pleasureful for us when we will get the solutions against the identified problem of. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. And yes, solutions are there, but a 2-hour session or 3-hour session is required.
Yeah.
So we'll discuss some other day all the solutions. Don't worry. We are the main of solutions, and this platform of IIU means only solution, no problem.
Actually, because of the time restriction,
thank you very much.
I wanted to show the real pictures with the virtual reality also. but unfortunately, I'm unable to do it. Thank you.
So Dr. Shelley, shall we move forward and hand over the
Yeah.
stage to you?
Yeah, thank you so much. Let's move on. One wonderful slide of IIU for everyone.
What is education? Books, classes, education is not that. It's beyond this. Education is a term that we have grown up listening to since we were kids. Right from the beginning of childhood till this very moment, we have been surrounded by education and its need and importance. A luxury for the rich, a necessity for the bread earner, a dream for the underprivileged, an aspiration for the suppressed, a distant reality for the inaccessible. The primary objective of education is to impart knowledge. Education also has its fair share in building the thinking capacity of people's minds. Hence, education supplies people with knowledge and facts and also encourages them to integrate that acquired knowledge into practical and professional lives. Necessary training. Education thus also plays a primary role in supporting the economic, social, and cultural sector of a country. It's a way to change the future today. The current education system can make people easy to lead, but difficult to drive. It's either all academic, all physical, all virtual, or all costly. Also, it makes easy to govern, but impossible to enslave. We cannot win over the future by sabotaging our present with extreme disparity. IIU takes great pride in saying that we're bridging the gaps in education system. We're not just academicians, but also practically oriented. We're not just limited to virtual classes, but also physical exposure. We do not dig a hole in the pockets of the students and their families. We're everything that traditional education hasn't been. IIU has already implemented and promoting the MOOCs technology. When we talk about MOOCs technology, it stands for Massive Open Online Courses. The word massive is to be understood in the sense that 100,000 learners or more at the same time have open and equal opportunities to attend these courses. MOOCs are truly a tremendous technological leap, and what makes them so attractive is that they don't imply any cost to learners. IIU has tied up with more than 100 universities to provide more than 10,000 courses to the students, free of cost, with the help of MOOCs technology. We're a revolution in the making, a wind of change. Education is much more charming and intriguing than the temptations of distractions unnecessary. Our education policymakers must look into the problem to make a better system which is more practical and provides hands-on learning to the students. The International Internship University is a virtual university with state-of-the-art training, real-life industry exposure, amazing student attention, learning-oriented resources, and most of all, a commitment to make the world a better place. Why do we exist? We exist to fulfill the necessity of the bread earner. We exist to help underprivileged achieve their dreams. We exist to fuel aspirations and accessibility. We exist to provide everyone the luxury of being capable of changing the world. We really do exist to ignite young minds and make them the torchbearers of tomorrow. For a better future, for the legacy of everyone who's left us, for the hope of everyone who's yet to come, for the growth of everyone who walks this beautiful planet. We invite you to join our world-class educational team and platform with an altruistic dedication to creating the future. The change is so big that it would potentially impact millions across the world. Millions of children around the world cannot wait any longer. Please join us in our effort to create the virtual learning generation of IIU, where change. Welcome to our world tomorrow.
So it's time for felicitation to our eminent speakers who were there with us this evening. And trust me, this evening is fun-filled activities, knowledge, power, and the concept of AR and VR, which we were unaware. So thank you so much from the bottom core of my heart and from IIU to all the eminent dignitaries who shared with their knowledge, their PPT. Mind-blowing session it was, and now we'll move for the virtual felicitation.
The slide is visible. Supriya, okay.
Yeah, it can go. Now my first honorable Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra for their wonderful presentation, and ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for him.
Kindly big round of applause, everyone. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate the gesture. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much.
That's a great learning opportunity for me as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next is Dr. Rishikesh for mind-blowing session and entertaining with knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Doctor, there was one question in the chat box. One person wanted to know that when I'm explaining the research figures, so she wanted to know the sample size.
Right.
The sample size was 3,600 students, 3,600 students. So whatever figures I have given, it is based on the sample taken or research done on 3,600 students.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank
you
you.
can over in the chat box even you want. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And
Thank you.
next we are moving for Mr. Pramod Mahajanji for a brilliant performance and mind-blowing, trust me, presentation.
Thank you.
Give a big
Thank you
hand
very
for
much.
him.
Big
Thank
round of
you.
applause, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I also enjoyed and learned a lot today. And this proves that we are all the lifelong learner. And IIU is the platform where learning happens only. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much.
And of course, Dr. Dinisha Bhardwaj for a terrific, energetic session, I must say. Give a big round of applause for her too. Of
You're
course,
muted,
Dr.
doctor.
Raghavendra.
You're muted.
And now, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
And of course, for Dr. Raghavendra Kumar Dwivedi for his awesome presentation and knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Saili. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I really learned it. I learned a lot from you.
And moving in our journey, Dr. Suchitra for brilliant, must say, a brilliant presentation and backing us with knowledgeful session. Give a big round of applause for her too.
Thank you.
And now, Supriya, this is my duty to welcome you and thank you too so very much for giving your precious time as a moderator. Thank you so very much, Supriya.
Thank
Kindly
you
big
so
round
much.
applause for Supriya, wonderful moderator, dynamic personality. Thank you, Supriya. Thank you
Dr.
so
Shelley.
very much.
Very well
Thank you,
done.
Dr. Shelley.
Thank
Very
you.
well done, Supriya ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much. sir.
Last, not least, Deepa. I think she is not with us. She has gone for some important meeting. So we just give them gratitude to Deepa Chaudhary also for a wonderful moderator. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thanks a lot. Supriya, over to you.
And now we will move to a last section, but it doesn't mean that our journey is ending. Every ending journey has a new journey, and that we will come to know through Dr. Shelley, a word of thanks, which is an art of gratitude to all the dignitaries who has spent a lovely, knowledgeable evening. So Dr. Shelley, over to you for word of thanks.
Thank you so very much, Priya. Thank you for excellent, clear, clinical oriented session by everyone. Thank you is a really, really very small word for all my dignitaries, guest speaker. Your great inspiring thought was extremely superlative for all of us. Today, we packed a lot of information into a short time. These two are really obsolete. Pros, gratitude to us. Thank you so very much. Was indeed motivating, extremely informative. We are so honored. IIU is so honored. On behalf of Dr. Piyush Pandit, we are so honored and privileged to have you all amongst us as a team, dignitaries whom we'd like to appreciate now in the future too. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly give a very big round of applause for my all guest speaker with IIU. Please give them a big round of applause for all the guest speakers. Your presence made this day a really memorable day. Thank you so very much listening, for inspiration, for encouragement, for being here, and most importantly, for giving your time and making your presence for 2 hours. No words for you. Thank you so very much, everyone. Stay blessed, stay healthy, stay at home. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot. Just give me a 1 sec. Just give me a 1 sec for a group photograph. Stay tuned, everyone. Dr.
Please
Dheeraj
smile.
Mehrotra, I'm waiting.
The way
Dr.
of
Dheeraj
positivity.
Mehrotra, I'm waiting for you.
Please open your cam for your beautiful smile and beautiful gesture.
Open your videos, everyone. Waiting for you. Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra, we're all waiting for you. Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Nice session.
Get
Thank
set,
you.
go. Have a
Yes.
positive body language. That is
Yes,
your smile.
yes. Thank you. Smile, everyone. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Wonderful session. Thanks a lot for supporting all of us. IIU always gratitude to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
So much. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night and good evening from
Thank you.
India.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow. Good one. Yeah. Hi. I was trying to go in.